Last summer, 4 hours of rain caused nearly $50 million worth of damage in the town of Oxford. Neighbors say the 8-mile brook rose 4 times higher than it ever had before, carving out hillsides and ravines like this one and leaving stretches of roads in disrepair.
We have lived in Oxford, in this house in particular, for 63 years. So we are definitely locals that have seen all kinds of things, but nothing like the flood.
Eugenia Purcella has enjoyed her house and property on the banks of the 8-mile brook in Oxford for decades. But now her front yard is about half the size it was.
I still had yard when I went to bed that night, and when I woke up, it was gone.
16 inches of rain in a 4-hour window poured doom across multiple towns in southwestern Connecticut last August, slicing through the land, roads, and even homes.
I was up to my waist, and I looked over at Route 67, it looked like the Colorado River going right down the middle of the road.
Town of Oxford First Selectman George Temple knew he and his staff had a long road ahead to get the pavement patched up.
It was just, it was a very lonely feeling. You know, where am I going to go from here? There was just problems all over.
In the immediate months after the flood, state agencies and FEMA were able to work together to secure federal funding for both individual residents and municipalities.
We were able to get that individual assistance, which was phenomenal. It's hard to get it sometimes.
FEMA declined a request for interview, but confirmed that across southwestern Connecticut, more than $14 million had been awarded to individuals and $10 million to the state and municipal governments. Funding cuts are expected for FEMA, so Bergeron anticipates more responsibility for her Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection when it comes to assessing damage and setting up relief centers in the future.
The FEMA Region 1, they continue to support the things that we need. We do hear of some of the changes, so for example, for upcoming season, FEMA will not probably be sending people door to door to go with us to help figure out the preliminary damage assessment.
Bergeron says extreme weather events are becoming more frequent, with Connecticut's most severe ones both emerging in the last 5 years.
We certainly could see that kind of damage again. This was the second situation that resulted in a major presidential disaster declaration. The second was a few years ago, the remnants of Ida.
In Oxford, reinforced bridges and wider culverts have been added in an attempt to mitigate future damage. But even the town leader has a worried mind at times.
In Oxford now, if we get a prolonged rainstorm, people get nervous, including me, by the way.
Laughlin Road is the last to be repaired in Oxford due to its difficult hillside location. And Purcella sees both the obvious inconveniences and hidden advantages by living next to the closure.
It's quieter that way, and I mean, in some ways that's nice, but you know, I know sometimes it is a hardship for people that are trying to go up that way, and they do have to make so much of a detour.
Replacing both banks of the brook, which used to be waist deep but is now a mere trickle, will prove quite a feat for earthworks excavating. Filling in this land is the final step to stitching up these gaping gashes a year later.
It's more than landscaping because it's actually earth, bringing back some of the earth and filling up, you know, with how it used to be.
First Selectman Temple expects the majority of repairs to be wrapped up this fall as more funding is finalized. In Oxford, Tim Latow, Fox 61.